Long story short, this has been a really tough storyline. I love having you guys involved. I know sometimes I find myself getting a little upset by the comments. I know you guys sometimes get upset about the choices that are being made, but at the end of the day, it's a storyline. Like, you know, people, like when you watch a movie and somebody make you mad, that means they're doing their job. My theater instructors have always told me that when I was in school. If an actor or actress or story or concept makes you upset, it's doing its job. If it makes you happy, it's doing its job. If it makes you feel any kind of emotion, I'm doing my job. You guys are really invested into Runaway Teen Pregnancy, especially the storyline, and I love that. I do think sometimes I get flustered reading comments because I think things that I say in the episodes get twisted or misunderstood. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes from Runaway Teen Pregnancy comments, I felt attacked. Like, I felt like people were like, D is just doing all of this being horrible. And I'm just like, first you gotta remember, this is a storyline. You know, if we have drama in a series, is some people are gonna agree, some people are gonna disagree. But I just don't like my name being dragged down and stuff. That's just me personally. When it comes to the storyline, I'm not gonna say I've made the best. I made all of the right decisions. I definitely haven't, but I've also been thinking Sarabi and Sokka are teenagers. All of these kids that we're playing with are teenagers. And when we were teenagers, or you still are teenagers, you make really dumb decisions. And if you're a teenager right now and you don't think you're making dumb decisions, when you get older, when you hit 25, 30, you'll look back and say, oh, wow, that was a dumb decision. So it's okay. I don't get mad. I get flustered. And if I'm getting flustered, that means I'm doing my job too. If you guys are getting flustered or irritated or loving it or hating it or whatever, I'm doing my job. So if you don't know what's going on with Runaway Teen Pregnancy, basically, for all the new people who are probably just here from Twitch, let me explain. Sarabi and Sokka were teenage lovers in high school. They dated for a while, and you know, Sarabi got pregnant. They dated for a long time. They were like, everyone knew they were dating. They were that couple in the high school. Everybody knew they were dating. And then Sarabi ended up getting pregnant. Sokka's actually Native American, and his family didn't like Sarabi or the idea of Sarabi because it took him away from his duties, what he needed to do, his chores, his taking part in traditions and things like that. Also, he was dating outside of his culture, which is something they didn't like. But Sokka that wasn't a big thing for Sokka. But he always honored his parents. He was very good and very loyal to, you know, being beside Sarabi and being beside his parents. When Sarabi came out to her parents and told them that she was pregnant, they were not happy. They were very disappointed in her. And they really never supported Sarabi's dream, which was art. She always wanted to do art. So it was kind of Sarabi's last straw. She knew she was pregnant, and she would have to take matters into her own hands. Her parents kicked her out. She left and decided to fend for herself for her new baby. Sokka did the same. He told his parents about the pregnancy, and they immediately said, you need to leave this girl alone. She's a bad influence. You don't need to do anything with this baby. You just need to stop dealing with her. And Sokka was very upset, but to his parents, he agreed he wouldn't, but he would sneak around and be with Sarabi, try to be there with her, try to meet up with her. And Sarabi kind of regretted him for that, because while she was out here busting her butt trying to provide for herself and a new baby, Sokka had the comfort of his family and home and wasn't really helping her out as much. But when he could help, he did, but it wasn't a lot. So Sarabi ended up busting her butt, doing her art, you know, ended up buying a couple of Home Depot home sheds and putting a house together. She had her high school friends to help her and our lovely help of Auntie Joyce. Now, Auntie Joyce, wait, did I miss something? To Will, and did I say that right? Please, thank you for gifting this up to Maggie. Maggie, make sure you say thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I missed it. Auntie Joyce was really a angel in the sense for Sarabi. She saw her sleeping outside and not really having food. She just saw this homeless, pregnant teenager and decided to be a helping hand. She would let Sarabi come over to wash her booty and, you know, eat sometimes and just have shelter when it rained. Auntie Joyce gifted her a couple of things, really just helped her get on her feet. We haven't seen Auntie Joyce for a minute, and there's a reason for that. We'll get into that. So Sokka and Sarabi just was butting heads at the beginning. This is what I mean when I say I had to go back. The beginning, Sarabi resented Sokka. You know, she let him come around. He wasn't always around because he either couldn't, he would leave, or his parents wouldn't allow him. So Sarabi did her thing, provided for her child. When Sarabi delivered her baby, it turned out that she was not only pregnant with one baby, but two. So Sarabi had twins, and she didn't know she was pregnant with twins. The whole time, her doctors had her under the assumption she was pregnant with one baby. That wasn't the case. That's when the first bit of drama came into the series. That's when I knew I wanted to add more drama to the series, when I decided to do that plot twist. So time goes on. You know, Sarabi at this point is, you know, Sokka had stood up to his parents, finally said, I want to be there for my kid. I want to be there for Sarabi. She has 2 kids now. She needs my help more than ever. And they kicked him out. Sarabi was kind of through with it at that point. She had worked her ass off to provide for her 2 children now. And Sokka was there doing the bare minimum. His excuse was because of his parents. So by the time Sokka left, you know, Sarabi really didn't want him around. She's like, okay, well, you know, you do your own thing. I have 2 babies to take care of. So Sokka goes to the group chat, child. He goes to the group chat and he goes, hey, I just got kicked out of my house. I need a place to stay. The friend group chat. So somebody comes to the rescue. Khalil. He said, you know what? Hey, you could come stay with me and my cousin. We have a little bit of space, you know. Boom. So it seemed nice, but it turns out that Khalil was actually in for other reasons. He only did that to get closer to Sarabi. Sarabi was fine dating Khalil. Khalil came up to her and he was like, look, this is the only reason I did it. I'm trying to get to know you a little bit better, yada, yada, yada. Sarabi was very open, very vocal about her moving on. And she started talking to Khalil, but then y'all didn't like her talking to Khalil. So I backed that off. Then y'all was like, give Sokka a chance. So I started doing that, and then y'all was like, no, Sokka not it. So I stopped doing that. So then I said, Sarabi's done with the boys. They're annoying. We started focusing on her own thing. She got her dream home. She built the babies these grand rooms, did all this stuff. And then it comes out that Sokka and Lena, her best friend, were sleeping with each other. And there was a picture, like a nude, going around of them all booed up. And it was right at the time when Sarabi was returning to school. She hadn't been in school for a while because she had the babies. She was homeschooling. So right when she was returning to school, the picture came out. And because of Sarabi's line of work, she wasn't just, you know, popular in the school eye. She was popular out in the world because she was a celebrity at the time. Well, she's a celebrity. So it got all the way out to the public, where it was in the news that Sarabi basically was being cheated on, all this kind of stuff. Lena, the messy one. Lena, the mess. It turns out was the jealous friend who was jealous of Sarabi and everything she had, including Sokka. She wants Sokka so bad. To cut to where we are right now. Wait, no, we can't cut to where we are right now. Sarabi got sick. Turns out Sarabi got malaria. She was hospitalized for about a week, unconscious. It was touch and go, touch and go. And while she was in the hospital, Sokka took it upon himself to move in, take care of the kids while she was in the hospital. Auntie Joyce and Sokka were basically running the house, keeping everything afloat while Sarabi was in the hospital. And while we found out that while Sarabi was in the hospital, Sokka had Lena in the house. Now, Lena and Sarabi aren't friends anymore. They fought several times. Sarabi has gotten her ass whooped every single time, child. We've taken self-defense classes, and sis just can't fight, okay? There's people out here in the world who just can't fight, and that's okay. And Sarabi's one of them. Okay, Lena has put her hands on Sarabi multiple times. They both have, and Sarabi always loses. So Sokka moved himself in the house. We don't really know where Sokka was. He was in between houses. We don't really know. But Sokka moved in while she was in the hospital unconscious to take care of the kids. And while he was doing that, he became stressed and started drinking and actually in the process, became alcoholic. So, you know, it was a mess. The night Sarabi comes home, Sokka is like, hey, this is what's been going on. This is what's going on. I moved in. I'm taking care of the kids. He threw her a welcome home party. And he was drunk at this party. Peed on himself in front of everybody. And when Sarabi and the kids went to bed, Sokka decided to call Lena over for a nightcap. So they had a nightcap, and we were told that everybody was protected. And a couple of days later, the two decided to go to therapy. Episode 28, the machinima that took me 12 hours to do. Hold on, let me turn the air on. Let me take a break, cause child, I'm getting hot and sweaty just talking about this. Dang, child. Woo, it make me mad. Okay. So in the machinima, when they go to therapy, they talk out all their problems. They talk about the resentment. They talk about the anger, the frustrations, how they hated that each other slept with other people because deep down inside, they still care about each other. And their main thing that they want is to be a family. Let's pause right here when I say that, because I think this is the one comment that annoys me the most. Is people think when I say I want them to focus on being a family means that they are romantically involved. And I stated that in several episodes that that's not what this means. Focusing on think about it. Sarabi does not talk to her parents. Sokka does not talk to his parents. The only thing the two of them have are their children. So when I say I want them to focus on their family, I meant co-parenting. And I said that, and people were still like, D, I don't understand why Sarabi would just give up everything to be with a boy that probably won't even work. And I said, I don't know how many times I stated this in the episode, because it's like they say that they like, I don't understand how you could do that, and they be like, wow, D, like I can't believe this, da 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 da, like you bad, you a mess, you messy, you toxic. I get it's a comment, but at the same time, like me personally, y'all know I don't like my name being in drama, and it just irritates me a little bit. But people just don't understand that you can co-parent with someone and not have a romantic relationship. You can live with the father or mother of your children and not have a relationship. You can focus on your family and not have a relationship. That's what the whole therapy session was supposed to be about. The whole therapy session was them wanting to focus on having a family because they don't have one. They didn't want to see all of the toxicity between them two affect their children. So they wanted to be together for the kids in the sense that they're parenting and raising them together. Sokka felt like he was missing out on a lot because he wasn't there. And Sarabi low-key needed help because she was sick. So that's when I low-key did also do the therapy session, because I was so sick of being attacked and dragged in my comments about Sokka needs a chance. Sokka wouldn't have invited Lena over. I feel like this is so forced, D. You're forcing them. You're forcing this Lena situation. He doesn't love Lena. He loves Sarabi. And I'm like, girl, yes, exactly. But he's drunk and she's a situation type of girl. Lena is a situation type of girl, okay? She is there for the time being, and she was situational. He was drunk and I don't know, feeling whatever he was feeling, and he called her over. She's a situational type of girl. He doesn't love Lena. It's very clear he doesn't. It's very clear that he loves Sarabi. MGSN24, thank you so much for the 3 months. Okay. I was so tired of people dragging me in my comments talking about, D, I can't believe you would let Sarabi pick up and leave everything for a man. And like, sis, you're bringing women down. Like, when did I say this, child? When did I say this? When? So it was just irritating me. So I did the therapy session to kind of give us a blank slate again. Okay. The therapy session, the way I wrote it, the way I put it together was for them to both have their stories. But at the end of the day, they wanted to focus on this family. So that's what I said we were going to do. Okay. The last episode, the latest episode, they decided they wanted to do a family day where they took both of the kids to the beach, just enjoyed everybody's company. Still in those comments, D, how could you make her want to be with him? They're not together. They're not romantically involved. They're living together. Somebody said, one of the comments literally said, even though they're co-parenting and living together, that gives them a right to have a romantic interest in each other. And that's what's going to happen. That's not what I said. That's not what is going down. So I don't know where the misunderstanding came from. People understood me. People didn't understand me. People misunderstood me. It was a lot of things. Okay. I read every single comment under Runaway Teen Pregnancy always because of the nature of the episode and how invested everybody is. I love seeing y'all opinions and the storylines y'all come up with and the ideas. Again, I'm not mad at you guys having an opinion. I don't like my name being dragged. It's just a personal thing, okay? So that's why I did all the things to kind of, I'm not mad at them. Don't go in the comments and attack people. No, I'm not mad at that. I want people to engage. I want people to have opinions. I want people to be upset. I want people to be happy. I want all of it. Me personally, side note, I don't like my name being dragged. Like, period. I just don't. So it was rubbing me the wrong way. So I was like, let me fix this, child, because I'm tired. But still, I was misunderstood. So what I did was I went back. To the beginning. I read my descriptions a lot because when I write my descriptions, I remember what happened. I read my descriptions a lot. I skimmed through episodes. I stepped back and I had to think about like womanhood, like what I could stand for. And I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of the things I was choosing was grinding my gears, but I was playing a story. I'm playing teenagers. Okay, that's what I want to be clear. Some of the things that I do in LPs, of course, I don't agree with. I mean, Runaway Teen, the original, she was a drug dealer and part of a gang. Of course, I'm not like, let's go out here and gangbang. Like, no. So we all play Sims differently. I feel like a lot of people were just invested. I was invested and we were all getting emotionally invested. Okay. So what I did was, well, not what I did. With the last episode, when they were preparing to go to the beach, trying to fix things, we found out Lena comes over. First, she comes into the house. Okay, Sarabi addresses her like, why are you in my house? Lena immediately starts fighting Sarabi. Sarabi loses, of course, because she can't fight. And then she tells Sokka to handle that because that's something we're not dealing with. Okay, Sarabi is healing. She's recovering from a serious illness. You know, she's recovering from, trying to get her mental health back in state. She was very depressed and going to therapy even before she got sick. So she really focused on healing. And after that, she was like, look, I'm done. No. So when we were trying to figure out why Lena was here, I wanted Sarabi to get a little sneak diss. Okay, I wanted a sneak punch. I was tired of my sister losing. So I was about to use extreme violence to slap drag. I was actually looking to pull her weave. Like I wanted to pull her wig off. And it said that Lena was pregnant in red bold letters. So I did the control sim mod. I added her to the house. I made sure she was pregnant and it said she was pregnant. What I noticed is that she didn't go and run and tell Sokka that she was pregnant, which is something that Sims do. And you guys saw that as well and was like, maybe the baby not his. Child, we check MC Command. That baby is his. Like somebody said in the comments, MC Command don't lie. He the pappy. Okay. So when everything went down, I'm gonna be completely real with y'all. I did not know what to do. I had planned that episode for them to go to the beach and I just needed them to go to the beach because I didn't know what else to think. Like I needed time to think. Okay. So I played it out. When he told Sarabi was like, all right, let's go to the beach. Get my children, let's go. And they went to the beach. Sokka was walking on eggshells, just apologizing left and right, as Sarabi was trying to enjoy time with her babies. But again, it was a fail, like it always is. And then I had to stop. When I went back and I watched, I went back and I said, I can't do it no more. I can't go against me anymore. I can't think like a teenager anymore. So all I'm gonna say is this. The beginning of the next episode will start out like this, baby girl. The devil thought he had me. But I run. So, Father God, Lord Jesus. So listen, okay? Oh, the devil thought he had me. Oh, but I run. My sis dodging a bullet. Okay? Listen, I'm tired. I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I can't think like a teenager. I can't play like a teenager. I can't do it no more. I can't go against every fiber in my being. I can't go against my women's rights, women's love. I can't take a step back for women no more. I can't do it no more, chat. I can't. So you know what we're doing? Girl, do you know what we're doing? The next episode, when y'all want to know when I knew I was through? When I ended the episode saying, okay, well, go ahead and check into rehab now. I was done. I had to think about that. I was like, this child, I can't, hold on. I don't even, my sound effect not even working. Why are you working? Oh wait, that's, child, this got me messed up. Like he got me messed up. Like I was just like, listen, the devil thought he had me. But listen, we're not doing it no more. Sarabi, when that man comes back from rehab, his clothes will be folded, packed with a little dryer sheet on top so they don't go stale, honey. And he will gather his belongings and he will ski that deal the hell out of our life. That's what's happening. That's what we're doing. And I said it in the comment of the last video. When we start cottage living, there is no going back. Do you understand me? For the people who love Sokka and fighting so hard for him, I'm sorry, you're just going to have to continue to fight alone. I'm no longer listening to your fight. I can't do it. We don't even want child support from, we don't want nothing to do for Sokka. All we want Sokka to do is to take care of his kids when we need him to take care of his kids. Okay, we don't want nothing else to do with him. I can't do it anymore. That stupid therapy session was great, but maybe it could have worked if this pregnancy thing didn't happen. But y'all, I'm tired. I'm done. Okay, I'm not taking no more steps back for women. I can't. She was doing fine without him. She'll be just fine without him more, child. You better call Tyrone. You better. Okay, because I was done. I literally was like, I cannot do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. Whether the baby is his, whether she decides to keep the baby or delete his fetus, whether it's like a real pregnancy or not, we're done. Okay, we're done. Okay, we're done. We're not supporting him. We've worked way too hard I just can't give up now. Listen, we're not doing it. Weekend at Dad's it is, period. So many people were like, it would have been so nice to see the parents work in a runaway teen pregnancy. It would have been so nice if they could do things. It would have been, but my game decided every single time against Sokka. And I was still fighting for it. I wasn't trying to force it. I was trying to help them be a family. But sis, I can't do it no more. I can't play like a teenager no more. Child, I'm not a teenager. I'm a grown-ass woman. And I couldn't do it. Okay? So Sarabi and her babies will be moving to this farm. When they move here, Sarabi will be a teenager. I'm still trying to decide if I want her to be a teenager or a young adult, but the kids will definitely be children. And they will be friends with the triplets from Davenport Farms. It's the universe telling you, I just couldn't do it anymore. Like, I don't care if we have soccer fans here. Y'all just gonna have to just love him by yourself. Y'all can, every time we start a episode, y'all can just have your own comment thread. It's okay. So I think she may be a young adult, and then the kids will be kids, because there's a couple of things we're gonna do in Runaway Teen Pregnancy before we officially switch over to cottage living. And one of them is graduating from high school, as well as the kids having their birthday party. So once we have the birthday party for the kids, you know, Sokka will keep his distance. So, yeah. Is Sarabi going to live in a cottage? She's going to live on a farm. So the one thing I did want to keep consistent is that Sarabi needs to leave her surroundings, even though that's her dream home and she worked so hard to get it, and it took us a really long time to build and come together. Her mental health means way more. I always say this, and I will say this until the end of time. I would rather pay money than for my mental health to suffer anything. So if I'm stressing about something and all I need to do is pay for something, or somebody wants some money for something, or I need to change something and it's gonna cost some money, if it affects my mental health, child, I will happily pay so my mental health is intact. So she is going to leave that beautiful, beautiful house she worked so hard for, because she needs a change. So we're doing great things. She's going to change her number, which means we're going to be deleting a lot of her relationships with her friends. We're pretty much going to have Auntie Joyce, and we're going to get back to that friendship with Auntie Joyce, because we haven't seen her a lot. And the reason I played it like that is because I feel like Auntie Joyce is her guardian. She guides her a lot. She helps her a lot. And when she strayed away from taking Auntie Joyce's advice and things like that, this is when her things started to spiral for Sarabi. So it was a storyline thing too. I know people are like, well, where's Auntie Joyce? I haven't seen her. Now you know. Okay, so we will be seeing her again. But the reason we're moving Sarabi to this farm is because she needs a new start. She needs a clean slate. We're removing her from the spotlight. So it's kind of like she's thinking about her wellness. Her life is going to completely slow down and be completely different from Runaway Teen Pregnancy. We're not going to be spamming art and spamming art and spamming art. We're actually going to slow life down, work on the simple living lot challenge, which is every ingredient is required to cook with. And we're actually going to create traditions and memories with our kids. And we're going to make new friends, and we're going to have new guardians, and we're going to have new everything. She's removing herself from the spotlight. So it's basically going to be like one of those celebrities where you just don't hear from them anymore. That's going to be Sarabi. We're taking her completely out of the spotlight. We're removing all of her fame, her perks, all her points, all that kind of stuff. We're changing her phone number. The only people who will have her phone number will be Auntie Joyce and Sokka when he need to come pick up the kids. Okay? And that's it. She's going to meet new people. She's going to have a whole new experience. And it's just going to be a smoother life, a life slowed down. You know what? I will age Sarabi up. I will age her up. Maybe we'll age her up after graduation. We'll do that. I like that. New love interest. I definitely think it's something we're definitely going to do. Completely brand new person we've never seen on the channel before. It'll be great. Let Kendra mentor her. Kendra don't need to mentor goats, child. Okay. Kendra is a whole nother person we don't need to mess with. Regine Joe, thank you so much for the 4 months. I appreciate it.